Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel, Angel Gabrielle. No more playing small. My channel is meant to encourage personal growth and to help people and to inspire others to expand and to evolve into becoming a better version of themselves. However, when we intentionally minimize ourselves, we are minimizing our own potential, avoiding the necessary steps and taking the necessary risks and stepping outside of our comfort zone into the unknown, even if it does seem a little daunting. You know, sometimes it does take stepping outside of our comfort zone to move forward and grow in all areas of our lives rather than remaining stuck and stagnant. And essentially, when we don't step outside of our comfort zones, we're holding ourselves back and we're limiting our own capabilities. When we can be our true, authentic selves and stop hiding who we are and what we believe in to fit in or to avoid criticism or feedback from other people that want to project their own insecurities onto us. And when we refuse to take the necessary calculated risks by stepping outside of our comfort zones and embracing our goals, our dreams, without fear of success, without fear of failure, then we are no longer allowing ourselves to be limited. Therefore, we're no longer playing it small. We're not going to allow ourselves to hold ourselves back because of our insecurities or because we're fearful of how things are going to turn out or what the outcome's going to look like. But when we can learn to recognize our own worth and our own value and stop looking for or seeking validation from the outside and from other people, and when we can start putting ourselves first before other people's wants and needs, putting ourselves first, pouring into ourselves, doing what we need to feel fulfilled, whole, worthy, without having to seek all of that from the outside. And setting healthy boundaries also. When we can learn to set healthy boundaries with people, then we are no longer playing it small when it comes to anything. We're putting our foot down, we're speaking our mind, and we're letting other people know we're not going to be disrespected, walked all over. And it doesn't matter what someone says or thinks, because what matters the most is what you say and what you think and how you feel. And when we can learn to embrace our own inner power by being bold and calling our power back by simply releasing other people's low vibrational energies that no longer belong to us, then, in essence, we are freeing ourselves because we're allowing ourselves to walk away from this garbage. We're not going to put up with the crap no more. We're not going to feed into other people's negative projections and their own insecurity issues because we're calling back our power. We're putting our foot down and we're walking away from people that do not support us. We're not going to tolerate anything less. And when we can learn to walk away from people that do not serve our highest good, then essentially we are taking our power back and our power back into our own hands and releasing ourselves from our own mental imprisonments and from the chains of bondage that we put ourselves in because we don't realize how we've been limiting ourselves and holding ourselves back. A lot of times it's all fear, it's all illusion based. You know, we have this, mental thing going on in our mind, kind of like the battlefield of the mind, where we feel like, Other people are caging us up, holding us back. But whether we want to admit it or not, we're just as guilty of holding ourselves back, caging ourselves up. And once we can free ourselves fully and completely and walk away from the people in our lives who do not serve our highest good, because ultimately, people just don't have our best interests at heart. I'm not saying that to be negative, but that's just facts. People don't have our best interests at heart. And when we can learn to be mindful, discerning, use our intuition, and recognize the red flags and the signs, then we can essentially know that we can walk away and feel full, feel whole, and know that we're worthy and know that we're valuable because we're not putting up with the crap. And we do not need people to validate us and to make us feel whole and worthy and wholesome. That's something that we have to have internally. And because we know that there are people in general that don't have our best interests at heart, and there are people that deliberately do things to hold us back, when we can learn to set ourselves free and break these karmic cycles and these karmic chains that we put ourselves in, literally speaking, then we can live a bolder, more fulfilling life that's aligned with our true potential. And I just hope this little message resonated with some of you and just gave you some food for thought, because it really did give me a lot of food for thought in respect to we don't have to play small anymore. We have power and dominion over ourselves. And people don't have the final say over us, God does. And when we can learn to recognize by not giving other people power or dominion or authority over us, then we can break these karmic chains and karmic cycles and karmic loops that we continue to put ourselves in, because we are putting our foot down. We are saying we're not playing it small anymore. The hell with it. I'd rather throw in the towel and say, it doesn't matter what other people say or think. And it doesn't matter if I have to set healthy boundaries with certain people that are low vibrational energies, that don't have my best interests at heart, that really never gave a damn about me from Jump Street. But I would rather just know that and be okay with it. And know that I set my healthy boundaries with the right people. I'm not going to let these low vibrational energies project their own insecurities onto me and their own negativism onto me, because I'm for once in my life going to walk away from this crap. And when we can walk away from this type of stuff, we are essentially breaking free from the false matrix. We are breaking free from what's kept us bound, what's kept us stuck, because we were trying to fit into societal's expectations and what so-and-so wanted, and trying to please someone else because we're afraid if we take this bold leap of faith and step out of our comfort zones, etc., we're afraid of what the outcome's going to be. Well, I'd rather be afraid of the outcome knowing that I've rid myself and freed myself from other people's karmic toxicity and their low vibrational energies, they're continuing to settle and be in this conformed societal expectations that I have to march to the beat of their drum. Hell no. I'm marching to the beat of my own drum. And that's what I want all of my collective to do. To stand in your authenticity and march to the beat of your own drum. And if someone has a problem with it, that is their problem. That's not a you problem. I just want my collective to stand in their authenticity, their divinity, and to know your worth and your value. And it doesn't matter if you have to rid yourself and free yourself from certain people and from certain societal groups and this type of thing. It doesn't matter. And the main thing is that I want you to take away from this is free yourself. Because once you do, you will be so glad you did. And even if that means your friend group got smaller, it's okay. It's okay. Because those people that are meant to be in your life and are meant to be your true friend groups are going to stick by you, regardless of the decisions and choices you make. So I just hope this little message encouraged you. And if it did, I'd appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. I hope you all are doing well wherever you are in the world. God bless all of you.